Hi, this is Maya from the future. So, my phone ate all the clips from the first day of this readathon, so I'm just gonna catch you up, and then we'll start the vlog on Saturday. So, this is a vlog for the Paranormal Romance Readathon, which was happening the entire weekend. So, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. On Friday, I started rereading Radiance, which was a book I read in August, because I wanted to reread that one so I can get to the sequel, Eidolon or Eidolon. I don't remember how to pronounce it anymore. I mean, whatever. So yeah, those were the clips for Friday because I worked till like 3 in the afternoon, and then I started my vlog somewhere around there, and then started reading that. Yeah, I really liked Radiance. I mostly enjoyed all the books that I read this month. You can check it out in the vlog. I'm pretty sure that's it. Right. The goal for the Paranormal Romance Readathon was to read Paranormal Romance. There was a bingo card and some prompts, I think, but I didn't follow that. I had a set TBR of 3 books. So to read Radiance by Grace Draven, to read the sequel Eidolon or Eidolon, and to read Friends with All the Monsters by Albany Walker. And you can see the vlog to see if I've managed it or not. And that's it, from me in the future. Now you can go see what Maya in the past did on Saturday and Sunday. Hi, it's Saturday, 3 p.m. I'm about to have lunch. I just finished Radiance. This is book 1 in the Wraith Kings series by Grace Draven. And this was a reread, so now I'm ready for Eidolon. That's how the lady said it on the audiobook. So that's book 2. So I'm gonna start that after lunch and hopefully finish it today, so I can focus my whole Sunday on Friends of Monsters. Yeah. So Radiance is fun. I think it's a very good book for people who just want to like dip their toes into fantasy romance, because it has first of all, it's chaste. It's not all that smutty. There's not like fade to black, but the smut that's there, it's not very graphic, and it sort of has this historical romance feel, which is really cool. And there's lots of forehead kissing, head kissing, and stuff. But it's fun. It follows the characters who begin their relationship as friends, and then because they are married, because of like political circumstances, they grow together and develop their relationship very very honestly. There's no like miscommunication and like unnecessary drama, and it's fun. It's really fun. There is plot with the Kais. That's one of the races. So I know the girl's name. I don't know the guy's name. Brisham. Right. Brisham's mother is an evil witch, basically, and at the end of the first book, she does something. I'm gonna spoil this now. She summons some demon thing from another world, and I think the second book will like deal with everybody having to deal with the consequences of that action. But yeah, that's my update for now. I guess day 2 of of Paranormal Romance Readathon. It's going well. Finished book 1, starting book 2 soon. Okay, so it's 7:30 at night on Saturday, and I'm at like 60 something percent of Eidolon. I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Anyway, basically the entire book is Ildiko and I always forget the guy's name. Basically dealing with the consequences of the previous queen summoning a horde of demons, and the demons have taken over, killed the entirety of the royal family. It's going to be spoilers, by the way. Killed the entirety of the royal family, and now are traveling, following the surviving Kai from the like royal city. They're traveling to the guy's city, and they're following them. And Eidolon is like a legend, a wraith king that is supposed to be able to banish the demon horde from their land back to their home or prison. And yeah, that's what's happening, like main plot. And the romance part of it is basically Ildiko figuring out that since she's human, she's not suited to be queen for the people. I mean, she's great and everything, but the purpose of a a queen is to sire an heir, and she can't do that because she's human. So she's like trying to figure out a way to like convince her husband to, I guess, let her go. She doesn't want to, but it's best for the kingdom. I mean, she's very practical in that sense, so that's kind of annoying to her husband, I can guess. But it's an interesting angst thrown into the relationship, you know. Definitely, this book is definitely different than the first one, because the first one was sort of based on friendship and communication, and now, you know, under this enormous pressure, there's none of that. There's like doubt and just it's giving me angsty feelings, and I'm really enjoying it. It's so much fun. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to finish this today. We'll see. But currently my plans are to go eat some dinner and then maybe watch some TV or whatever. But we'll see. Like, let's see what happens. It's noon on a Sunday, and I just finished Eidolon by Grace Draven. This is book 2 in the Wraith Kings, and it is so good. I like how in book 2, I mean, the romance is not as a central part as before, because we have a overarching conflict that we have to deal with the demons attacking the kingdom. But I like how the second book just got sort of grander in plot and in world building and in the characters, because we follow several different characters in this one, and the angst of the relationship I talked about before is just really, it was a fun read. I really enjoyed it. Just a bit spoilery stuff for people who haven't read it. I really enjoyed how basically everything went well in the end. It would really suck if stuff kind of got ruined. But there was so much action. There was so much like Ildiko being a queen, and for a little while, and her acting as ruthless as she needs to be, because you know, in these sort of books, humans usually are on their like more vulnerable side, because and in this story as well. But it was really cool to see her sort of be as ruthless as she needs to be to survive among the people that she's like queen regent of. And great, it was so much fun. I really love it. Yeah, that's it for book 2 of my readathon. Now I'm going to take a little break, give my ears a break actually, and charge my phone. And I'm gonna like spend an hour or two watching. I have to watch book 2 because I haven't in all week, and I have to catch up on stuff, and I have to prep for work a little bit and stuff. So I'm gonna take like an hour or two break, and then I'm gonna start with a book called Friends with Monsters. Now I'm gonna put the cover here. Just look how awesome that is. How fucking awesome that is. It's amazing. I just whatever. The plot is that there's a woman who can see monsters or whatever because she thinks she is one. Something like that. It's a reverse harem story, so it's gonna be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Well, something cool actually happened, which I was really surprised about. It totally shows how much I'm paying attention to my Goodreads goal. But I've reached my Goodreads goal of reading 85 books this year, which was really cool. It's like not even the second week of October, and this is really awesome. So I upped it up to 100, so we'll see if I'll reach that. But yeah, it's so cool. It's fun. Really cool. Okay, so yeah, as I said, break, then I'm gonna start Friends with Monsters, and I'll talk to you when I read something. Ready? Come on. Hi, here's me and the dog. It's 8:30 at night. I'm at 67% of Friends with the Monsters by Abigail something. Albany Walker. So basically, this one we follow Dammy. She has a longer name. who is a sin eater, and she lives in this world where she has very interesting friends who are like all monsters, and she doesn't really know much about herself until one day this dude appears in her room, and he's half cut up and everything, and she has to take care of him and everything. So she finds out that, something is happening, and then she discovers that someone is watching her house, and, then she meets the Grim Reaper, who's been her friend for a really long time. And then she meets some dude named, what was his name? Calix, which is, I guess, Alex with a K, I don't know. And she meets Gunnar, the dead guy, not dead guy, but the wounded guy that was in her room. And then at some point they tell her that they are her guardians. And now, spoiler for people who haven't read this, apparently they are her fated mates, and she has to choose. Now, I am at 67% of the book, as I said, I think, or 64, I don't know, over 60%. There was only one smutty scene in this reverse harem story, so I'm hoping for like a big bang at the end of the book. But so far, not a lot of banging has been happening, which is kind of, for me, like, it's a reverse harem story. Like, you need, whatever. Basically, Demi's sort of position on the whole thing is that she doesn't really care. She doesn't want to pick one of them. She just wants to have them all, but just basically for sex and not for emotions. And the guys picked up on that she's like very, very closed off and everything. And as we read the book, we find out that her parents have been awful to her because of what she is. And, nobody really knew what she was, and the parents really didn't care. So they basically abandoned her at one point in a boarding school and never picked her up. She has a trust filled with money that she uses, and basically she goes around eating sin and just using people for sex and stuff. And so, with the three of them, they're sort of challenging that. It's a bit, she's lonely. She recognizes that, and she wants company, but she doesn't know she wants like all of them forever and whatnot. But yeah, it's giving me like urban fantasy vibes, which is kind of cool. And we're not really focusing on the non-existent relationship because there isn't any. I mean, she makes out with the guys, but there's nothing, whatever. We are focusing on like an evil witch coven, and like the main witch chick who is like stealing magic from someone else and killing monsters and whatnot. And yeah, hopefully big bang at the end of the story. I'll listen to a little bit more to see how far I'll get, because I think I have an hour and 40 minutes of the audiobook left. But yeah, we'll see what happens next. But I'm really hoping for a big bang, because that's what, in my opinion, that's what a reverse harem story should have. But we'll see. I'll update you when I have something more to update. And now, my dog, have you stopped eating your paws? You weirdo. Okay. Alright, so it's almost 11 p.m. and I just finished Friends with the Monsters. Well, right after I complained that there was no sexy times started. But I don't know whether it was the audiobook narrators or the fact that I'm tired and I read 3 books in 3 days, but the sexy time wasn't sexy. It was like mechanically listening to it, and the stuff seemed kind of mechanic, and I don't know. Maybe it would have been a bit better if I read it or something. I don't know. I'm just really tired, and I'm gonna go to sleep now. But yeah, I finished it, and I'm intrigued enough to continue with the sequel, because I think there is a sequel to this. But yeah, it's gonna, every time I read a reverse harem story, I always expect either group sex, or because it's a harem, so that's in my head. It's like what a harem is, even though that's not what it actually is, but whatever. That wasn't anything like that in the story, so I was kind of a bit disappointed. But as I said, the sex stuff wasn't really all that sexy and whatever. Yeah, but that is it for my paranormal romance readathon. Oh my god, it's been a long weekend of reading. But yeah, I read 3 books, which is great, which was my plan. It's very, very rare when I actually set a TBR and then finish it, which is great. So I read Radiance and Eidolon, and now the Friends with all the monsters, with the monsters. Jesus. All right. Yeah. I enjoyed it. It was a fun reading weekend. Hopefully next time the readathon. I don't know. Like it seems like each month there's a whole bunch of readathons, so it's difficult to set a readathon. Where people can participate and whatnot. But I am hopefully next one will be a bit longer. Um, that whole week because I don't think I can. I'm very good with like jamming 3 books in 3 days. Well, if you've come to the end of this vlog, good for you. If you've participated in this readathon, please do tell me tell me so I can check out the books you've read. I'm always on the hunt for good paranormal romances. There are some important links down below in the description box. And I'm sure that's it. I might be. Oh yeah, subscribe. Like this video if you liked it. You can press the bell button to get notifications for whenever we post new videos. And that's it. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.